Okay, so we are live, starting the third episode of Saturday Morning Writer's Block. Not 100% sure what we're doing today, but that's fine, we'll figure it out as we go. I'm kind of running on fumes a little bit right now, so bear with me. Yeah, I got home pretty late last night, so I'm a bit drowsy. Haven't had my coffee yet. So if you're new to this, the idea behind Saturday Morning Writer's Block is coming up with a story on the fly, and like drawing some illustrations to match. And they're not going to be pretty, but what are you going to do? So, okay, we're set to the corner right now. Okay. So I'm just going to start drawing something. I'm feeling robots right now. I don't know why. I do know why. Robots are cool. Like bad box art Mega Man right now. Or it also has a bit of an Iron Giant vibe going on. Not getting anything just yet. As I mentioned in the previous episode, this is also a way for me to start building skills of communication, and maybe thinking on the fly. I don't know if it's a good idea, but we're gonna give it a try. Big shoulders. I'm feeling tentacles. I don't know why. Like a few batches of tentacles. And then give them spider legs. Give them a few more legs for stability. Stability is very important when you're designing a creature. How is it gonna stand? How is all of this going to work? He looks kinda like a bird. a crustacean sea monster bird. I suppose this also counts as a morning warm-up exercise? I'm not exactly getting a story yet. It's kind of hard to build a story based off of one character sketch. But what if we go with a... No, I lost it. You're gonna hear that a lot, because I don't know what I'm doing. But we'll see what happens. You know what I like? I like one-eyed robots. I don't know why. I can't... Well, if the eye is like a camera, then depth perception might not be an issue. I know having one eye as a human affects that, apparently. I don't know that I've heard that. Let me be clear. I do have both of my eyes still, though they are degrading to an extent. Not like rapidly, mind you, just I need glasses to see things. So, I don't know why I had to clarify that. What if this guy's in a tuxedo? Or a big fur coat? Why is he in a fur coat? Well, that doesn't make sense, because most electronics you have to keep them cool. So I was gonna say keep electronics warm so they function properly. I imagine there is such a thing as insulating electronics so that they can be cold proof. Oh man. My insides are being a bit noisy today. So he's kind of got a Roomba like leg situation. Kind of like tank treads. So we got 2 sketches at the moment. I'll admit this episode is going kind of slowly as compared to last week, but I actually knew what I was talking about last week. Give or take. So we got 2 robots. And I guess it's pretty obvious that I think I already said I like robots. So when I started drawing, that was the only thing I could really draw because of my angular sketching ability. Couldn't really do smooth shapes. So everything I drew looked like a robot. I don't think that's a bad thing. It was something that I had to adjust as time went on if I wanted to progress. I say progress like I do anything professional. I have done a little bit of work that I would label professional, but nothing you would have heard of. Ooh. Another side to this is maybe I come up with something that I wouldn't have otherwise that is a really cool idea that I can use later. So there's a lot of reasons that I'm trying to make this work. That, and it's a relaxing pastime, if I'm being honest. I used to doodle a lot, just coming up with character designs and whatnot. That was my way to, progress. As I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but aside from some high school art classes, I'm not exactly academically inclined toward art. It's one of those things where you get this notion where you're like, I don't need someone to tell me how to draw a picture, but then you realize there are some techniques that would be helpful to learn. Let me back off here for a second and take a look at what we've done. I'm getting a real minion helper vibe out of these. I mean, we could go the route of saying they're helping. They were built for the purpose of aiding someone else. Something that if I had robotics knowledge, I would definitely make some minions of my own. I have minor robotics knowledge, like robotics club during high school. That's not exactly enough to make anything major. I mean, I imagine I would make a mess if I had a soldering gun. Actually, I think I do. I just don't know how to use it. But that's neither here nor there, I suppose. What we're getting at right now is that there is somebody who is creating these machines to aid him in some ways. Or just for companionship. It's hard to tell. Some people get really lonely. Been there, done that. So, I wonder if I'm being a little bit too honest this episode. Well, I guess we'll take it back to the drawing. Now that I'm looking at these creatures, I do have another character that I had worked on a little bit. The idea being mad scientist. Yes, his hair is fun. Like a clown hair. Big nose. Glasses. Your typical evil scientist guy. How do I make him... There we go. Give you the notion that he's not up to any good. And he has a little bit of a goatee going / beard. Because how would he not have facial hair? Give him some ears. He looks almost... You remember the mom in Rugrats? Now that I'm looking at it, I feel it looks kind of like I gave him some earrings, and that's... Maybe I'm remembering stuff wrong, but that's what I'm thinking of right now, is Rugrats. I also have been watching some YouTube lately, and the Rugrats theme came up recently in a video. Specifically, I was watching Uncle Dane, who is a engineer main in Team Fortress 2, though he does dabble in others. I don't know why I'm getting into what I have seen. It kind of affects my thought process, I suppose. What you allow into your life, into your existence, tends to affect you, whether you want it to or not. Where was I going with that? As making a evil scientist, yes, who has one arm and we're gonna have it to where it's not exactly, his missing arm isn't exactly an attached robotic arm. It's more like a fly around, grab me a coffee hand, or whatever you would call it, like a gopher of a hand. I've seen this concept used in other media. If you've ever seen Cannon Busters, there is a character that has similar prosthetics. Or if you've ever played Rayman, I think that's how it's pronounced, then you've seen this kind of thing before, is what I'm trying to say. The arm that floats away, science, is how I'm trying to make that justified. Though sometimes you might mistake science for magic if you don't know how it works. He's just got some regular feats. I said feats, feet plural, because he's not missing any of those. Though sometimes I don't know how to draw a foot, so here we are. Getting a Dr. Eggman vibe off of this, which isn't bad. It's a really good character type that has been used over and over again because it works. I mean, obviously mine isn't fleshed out in any way, shape, or form, but he does play a part in some of my stories I've been working on. Whole idea that there is a society built around technological advancement that brings in other species to adapt and become a better life form type thing. And he's one of those that is in charge of the adaptation process. There is also a bit of an idea of evolution that goes along with the story. I don't know too much about that, but from what I gather, the whole idea, if I remember correctly, Darwin, the whole idea was that creatures adapted to their environments. So that is something that I have tried to adapt myself into my stories, because I think there may be some truth to that. I don't know how long, like, if it takes ages to get to a certain place in, like, creaturehood. I don't know if that made sense. I have this idea that people adapt to their environment just naturally. So I guess in mine, I am more thinking of a psychological evolution. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I should have gone into psychology so I know what I'm talking about. I guess it's not too late. But where we are today, ow, you ever have those times where your thumb pops out of place? Like the joint just doesn't sit right, and then you have to, like, wiggle it back in? That's annoying. I'm too young to be having these issues. I used to think that. That may not be correct anymore. I just recently got to the point in my life where my metabolism just died. So, packing on the pounds. So, yeah. All that to say, life is going well. I feel like there's something missing in this big open space here, but I don't know what to add. I've always had a thing for evil genius doctor people. I'm trying to remember the first one I ever saw. It's probably not important. The other idea behind all this is that I can look back in the future and see ideas that I would have otherwise not written down. And I know that's crazy. Why don't you write down your ideas? Because that's the only way I'm able to remember them typically. But I'm also incredibly lazy. So going and finding something to write on. I don't know. I try to keep a notepad by my bed while I'm sleeping in case I get some kind of crazy idea. But where was I going? Hang on. I understand this whole process has probably been incredibly boring. It's one of those things where I have to tell myself sometimes that I'm doing this for my own benefit, and not necessarily to get views. I don't know. The whole YouTube setup is a little hard for me to get into. I'm not exactly looking to get into social media, but that's the only way to really make it, it seems. I say make it. I don't know. I'm gonna stop going into that. The whole point of this show was to ad-lib some kind of story together out of basically nothing. So that has been derailed several times now. Talking about life in general. Maybe this is a therapeutic exercise as well, just talking into a microphone and I don't know. I figure once I get to the bottom of my coffee cup, I'll cut it there and eventually put this up for viewing pleasure. I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm just gonna draw a big mouth, I think. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm giving it an extended neck. Or why all the time, whenever I try to extend something, it's by segmenting it? That's just made sense to me for the longest time. Trying to imagine how stuff moves is fascinating. Excuse me. I will add that the only things I've intaken today are pills and coffee, so pardon my internal outbursts, I would say. My body has been vocal, to say the least, lately. I'm kind of just seeing a worm right now, but with, like, lips, and I don't know how I feel about that. I've never liked the idea of a worm, or at the very least, like, if you've ever watched Jimmy Neutron, that movie, how they depict a worm really upset me as a child. Like a big hole with teeth. Just, no, that's very, no, I can't do that. Thank you very much for the, I wouldn't call it childhood trauma. I would call it no. I don't even know how they got someone to animate that. Mad props to people who are in the animation business. CGI, 2D, whatever. Stuff is beyond me. I don't know what I'm doing right now, I'm just drawing shapes. Well, I guess we've kind of run the circuit of what I can do right now with this. All we have today is that there's an evil scientist who works for he is a cog in a society machine that the whole main goal is to adapt. So how you adjust a person's psyche to reflect that, I'm still working on. Honestly, you could think of that in modern day terms, that we adapt as we go anyway, so this isn't revolutionary or anything. The more knowledge we get, the... what was I trying to say? I don't know. Point being, I think maybe I'm trying to draw what I see, or to try to understand my reality. I say my reality because I know no one else is gonna see things exactly the same way I do. And that's just how the world works. You can get similar ideas, but depending on how your life has gone, it is difficult to relate sometimes. I don't know. This isn't a philosophy class, so I'm just gonna probably stop it there. There it is. Okay, my mouse was hidden for a second. If you made it to the end of this video, I definitely appreciate your patronage. I think that's the right word. Sorry that this has been a bit of a goat rope today, but I think I'm starting to develop this into the idea that this is just me talking about stuff for 30 minutes, give or take, and then uploading that 30 minutes. So, yeah, like I said, thanks for watching, and we'll see what happens in the weeks to come. Alright, I hope you all have a good one. Bye.